Welcome to the Open Gate Show. This is a classic weekend. Before I get to the meat of the matter, I must make some comment on personals who have affected local horse racing. Donovan Wilson, a man who has moved quickly through the ranks. A lot of people like him, some don't. But he has a lot of talent and he must be applauded for a lot of positives that he has brought to local horse racing. Yes, no one is perfect, but Donovan Wilson, currently the agent of Omar Walker, he is good for racing. Amber, the gentleman who provides fruits mainly for the jockeys in the mornings as well as horsemen. All those persons who help with breakfast for the horsemen in the morning at Caymanas Park. Photographer Marvin Peterson, commentator and analyst Michael Kane. The clockmen, especially Donovan Cunningham and Joshie Graham. Chris Harmon, Paul Roman of the racing office. The ONS tack room, which provides the necessities for horsemen and really a feather in the racing industry as it provides supplements and over-the-counter medications as well as other things that owners, trainers, jockeys, grooms, breeders need. Linval Calder, Collin Ferguson, Cashbird Singh. They provide feed and hay for the horsemen. These three are open right through. Also must be commended is the Passard family who provide hay as well as feed. But unlike the other three, they are not there throughout the day, so it creates a great balance. I must remind listeners the purpose of the Open Gate Show. Before I get to that, it's on the YouTube link, Open Gate Collin Blair. The Open Gate Show has been in existence for over 5 years, and it tries to help fans as well as other listeners to see the excitement and the value of horse racing as an outlet for stress, as well as for making money and fun. It's the fun for kids, teenagers, adults, and of course the ageable. The Open Gate Show at all costs tries to get the information out to fans, and this is a creative way presently that I'm doing to help fans all across the globe know about the local horse racing industry in Jamaica. Okay, let's get to racing. Very interesting race card. The competitiveness between jockey Robert Halliday, Dane Nelson, and Omar Walker. All three have a huge fan club, and they will be having a battle royal this weekend. I must also commend Team Gary Sobrati. You know, they have emerged with a challenge to the champion trainer Anthony Bobby Nunes and the Open Gate Show wishes Team Sobrati all the best. Tomorrow's first race, very interesting opener, and post time is 11:30 a.m. Obviously, it's a claiming 800 to 850,000 for trails and up. It is named after Rhythm of My Heart, a horse formerly trained by Philip Fiani, owned by Lakeland Farms, and won the 1999 Guineas, 1,000 Guineas I should say, with Winston Griffiths aboard. 11 were declared for this. They go 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. Number 2, Azaria, with so much speed, could run on to pass a few and get in the top 4. Number 3, Mr. Universe, would have won 2 weeks ago if not stumbling out the gates. Claimed from that race by Stephen Todd, and after a few days, he was seemingly his old self, as I saw this one prancing to and from the equine pool, really looking a different animal. This trainer get these type to do well. Number 4, Bimini, much fitter now with the run on the girth and can stay a bit off the speed and hold for a place on the board. Number 5, Armageddon, could be another to pass a few tiring ones approaching the winning post, especially if there's a speed collapse leaving the final furlong. Number 6, Eye Candy, should get into the top 5, even can be given a winning chance based off a December 7th run last season when beating Western Wheels and Uncle Freddy over this journey. Also, the February 16th run this season, where she chased Harry's train in a very fast time of 59.1, going 5 furlongs round. 3 lengths behind that one, Harry's train was a lone speed. Eye Candy could not chase and win. Paul Francis, he gets the call. And Eye Candy has been working much better the past 10 days. Number 7, KD Flyer, consistent 6-year-old. Unusually busy at exercise this time. Looks zippy in the dark last Saturday morning out the straight. Will be prominent, and this race could fall into his lap. Number 8, Sergeant Reckless, has had 2 runs since the COVID break. Kind of like her recent demeanor when I saw her in the mornings. Dangerous mare, this one. Number 9, The Danger. I would be very surprised if he gets into the top 3, regardless of Dane Nelson. But who am I to say that? Number 10, Polly B, fairly consistent and with an enterprising ride, could definitely be in the top 5. One of these, number 8, Sergeant Reckless. Number 6, Eye Candy. Number 4, Bimini. Number 3, Mr. Universe. Number 7, KD Flyer. Number 2, Azaria. I'm going to take my selections in that order. Race 2, it's a restricted allowance 3, native-bred 5-year-olds and up, who have never won 4 races in their lifetime. This race is named in honor of the 2014 1,000 Guineas winner, Queen Paula, trained and owned by Lawrence Robinson, and was ridden for that victory by Andre Martin. 6.5 furlongs they go, or 1,300 meters. 7 were declared. Number 2, Band of Gold, last one at this distance on November 9th, looking in impeccable condition the last few days, and if focus should do okay here. Number 3, Miss Lane, stretching out in distance, having good form. Could have a say. Couldn't be any better. Saw this one also coming from the pool and really looking in great shape. Number 4, Sir Puddington, gets back the rider who knows him well. One of the first to be at the equine pool most mornings and is seen in good condition. However, may find this trip a bit short. Number 5, Miss Linda Ray, another whose last victory was at this trip with this apprentice. Need to improve in order to have a chance to even get on the board here. Number 6, Outrageous Taj has been weakening or running below his capability. Only needs to be okay to blow these away. What's concerning, however, is he has only raced 15 times, approximately half the amount compared to all runners here in this race. Number 7, Smarter Tradition, fit gelding, but hasn't shown potential to better these horses as yet. Could be physically fitter than all, as he is the only one here that gallops 3 furlongs. Well, coming near to gallop 3 furlongs in 36 and a fifth. The other, number 1, Sliced Alone, galloped 3 furlongs in 38. The rest of the field, the other 5 runners, has shown no gallop whatsoever. So, who knows? Number 6, though, Logical, Outrageous Taj. From number 2, Band of Gold. Number 3, Miss Elaine. Number 7, Smarty Tradition. Race number 3, made a condition race, native bred trios, section 1. Named in honor of Elo Puchilu, one of my favorite filly, a 1983 1,000 guineas winner. Trained by Philip Michael Fiani, owned by Akala Stables, ridden by Emilio Rodriguez for that victory. 1,100 meters over 5.5 furlongs, 14 horses were declared. Number 2, Big Daddy, fit colt who should fight this out for who is to pose for picture taking in the winners of the closure. Number 3, Generational, now racing 4 times. If he faces the starter tomorrow, which he should, with different riders on each occasion. Gets the Nelson now has finished second in all 3 career starts. My concern is he has been training very lightly. Well-bred, but obviously having issues. Should, however, be also won for top honors. Number 4, Battle Dancer, a debutant born the 3rd of May, a great colt by American Dance out of Queen of Battle by Dan Smartley, of course. Queen of Battle is the mother of Buzz Nightmare. This horse is owned by Tupen Yu, trained by Philip Michael Fiani, bred by Hamp Stables, and the groom is Keith Johnson. Ian Spence will ride. Nicely built debutant. See this one. I like this horse. Who is in, and I, interested in bred too, but we'll need this one. Number 6, Euphoria, another debutant. This one is by Casual Trick, out of Witchcraft by Pat and Jack, born the 10th of February, a bay colt, owned by Orange Valley Limited, trained by Gary Sobrati. Breeder, Orange Valley Limited, groom O'Neill Stevens. Has been around for a while, seems to have used, but will take another race to show where she's at. Where he is at, rather. Number 8, Gypsy Jam, may hang on for a minor share. Number 9, Elitist, could pass Taran Ones for a low exotic spot in your high 5. Number 11 rather, Creating Chaos, has gotten good support on the tote in both career starts, 2 starts. Continues to be tasked at exercise. On the 14th of July, galloped 5 furlongs out the straight and was easy in 1:01 and 3/5. Gets blinkers off, tongue tie off, and figure it off. So all equipment will be off. Let's see what chaos this one can create tomorrow for trainer Alfred Brown. Number 12, War of Roses, showed value when Lasix was applied, running okay. Both sprinting as well as going 2 turns. I'm expecting him to try coming from off the pace this time with Omar Walker, but I'm not expecting this one to win. Well, I guess rake players will be on him because this weekend, Classic is in the making and it's really war for the roses. Number 13, Jolly's Dream, could improve for a minor exotic share. Number 14, City Council, has speed and should be improving. How much improvement she has made, That is the question, as this one has not been doing much on the exercise track. Number 2, Big Daddy for me. From number 3, Generational. Number 12, War of the Roses. Number 14, City Council. Number 8, Gypsy Jam. Race number 4. This race is named in honor of She's Traditional. Trained and part owned by Fitzroy Gillespie. The other part owner was Stanton Neal. This horse was ridden in the 2012 1000 Guineas, scoring a huge upset at 99-1 by Trevor Simpson. It's a restricted 5 allowance race for native bred 4 years and up who have never won 2 times in their career, as well as imported 4-year-olds who are maidens. 9 declared. They go 1,820 meters or 9 furlong and 25 yards. Number 1, Cultural Peach, maybe a low exotic spot in your high 5. Number 2, Morning Star, broke his maiden over at this distance. Making his seasonal debut, but he's okay coming off the bench. This jockey does well for these owners. That's jockey Paul Francis for Rising Star. Number 3, Chinamax, well-bred US importee who should thrive on a sloppy truck. Looked excellent in the mornings and attracts Dane Nelson. The Dam, Away My Way by Skipaway. Skipaway offsprings, they flourish in the mud. Let's see what happens if it rains. Number 5, Blood, Sweat and Tears, finding 1 or 2 better since breaking his maiden effortlessly by 13 lengths, going 7.5 furlongs the 4th of January this season. His consistency could earn him another placing on the board. Number 6, Inspired Miracle, was only 1.25 lengths in front of number 5, Blood, Sweat and Tears over this 2-turn route 3 weeks ago. Is now on worse terms at the scales against number 5, Blood, Sweat and Tears, but Inspired Miracle, I think, is a bit fitter now. Number 7, Miss Hazel, last one was good, working okay, but it's hard to measure this horse going 2 turns. Number 8, Time for a Cola, looking a different animal of late. I warned you about that 3 weeks ago when this horse ran fair enough to be at the bottom end of your high 5, the 11th of July, going 6 furlongs. This horse has been stepped up that exercise since that exposed run, but why 2 turns? Well, if I knew it all, I would own an island with whoever I want there, plus my own racetrack with the cheapest purse money being US $10 million. Free education, free health care for all. No guns, no alcohol, no drugs, except minute amount of marijuana is allowed. No music except reggae, soul, and gospel. That's impossible, ain't it? See? That's why I'm saying I don't know it at all. Well, let me get back to work. I don't trust this race. Somehow, I just don't trust it. But the logical one, number 6, Inspired Miracle. From number 5, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Number 8, Time for a Cola. Number 3, Chinamax. Race 5 is a non-restricted allowance race for 3 years and up. This race is named in honor of the 2007 1000 Guineas winner, Lady T, trained by Dwight Chen, owned by Western Syndicate, ridden by Ian Spence. Another race that is going 2 turns, 1,820 meters or 9 furlong 25 yards, 12 starters. Good race for some of the future Grade 1 horses. Number 1, Supreme Soul. Fair run for his seasonal debut. on the 12th of March, running wide all the way to take, so you can take 3 lengths at least of that, which would make him much closer to the finish. I always say he would develop much as a 4.5-year-old and beyond, but because of the issue when he was stranded at the quarantine in Miami, as well as in Jamaica, that has taken off a lot of months, but he ran well after that. Still opined to think he will be displaying his supremacy later down the season. He will run here very good, but this inside draw is likely he won't be able to relax to maintain the needed rhythm to make a winning run. His action, a big horse, fast striding, he has to be in a rhythm. Any issue will definitely hamper his chances of even placing. Shane Ellis is aboard. Shane Ellis is Shane Ellis when he wants to be Shane Ellis. Number 2, Sentient. Nothing can be said about this one. Very consistent. What I have to say though, he gets a rider whose riding style may suit. That's Dane Nelson. It's significant that Nelson vacates the unbeaten and rising star, this US bred horse in this race, number 11 race car for this one. Number 7 rather, Summer Sun. Adores its distance, nicely handicapped, working well off late, and if the track gets sloppy, this athlete Alex Offspring will be very, very dangerous. Number 8, Sebastian, last 2 starts over this 2-turn trip, he won. I must remind you that Sebastian ran the fastest time for this distance in this race, fastest time for this distance, I think, for quite a while. And that was on the 21st of October last season, when he went 1:54 2/5, of which only number 12 Crimson in this field came very close in 1:54 and 3/5. Maybe the maestro, Philip Michael Fiani, has him penciled for this. We'll see. Number 11 race car, Handsome Grey US bred colt, who is unbeaten in 3 starts, displaying good times for each, is bred and conformed to go long distances. Possesses much talent, this race car. Let's see how good he is presently. Number 12, Crimson, Useful Gelding, who has been looking a bit change up since with this groom, Claude Thompson. Claude Thompson is the groom of Another Affair, as well as Robert May. Candy, that's his alias name. Crimson will be more focused this time than last. And the horse Whisperer, Gary Sobrati, has a 2-pronged entry with Crimson and Sentient. Number 12, Crimson, from number 11 race car, Sentimental. That horse looks so beautiful, race car. That's a sentimental selection. Number 2, Sentient. Number 1, Supreme Soul. Number 8, Sebastian. Number 7, Summer Sun. Any one of those can win. I shouldn't have left out number 1, Supreme Soul. It all depends on if he encounters any traffic for him to come up with a great display. 6th race, claiming 200, 250,000 for 3 and up, who have not finished 1st, 2nd, or 3rd since the 25th of February 2020. This race is named in honor of the 1979 Guinness winner, Bull Magic. I witnessed that race. This horse was trained by Harry Jagai, owned by Mr. Keith Beckford, and was ridden by the great Emilio Rodriguez. 4 furlongs straight, or 800 meters straight, 13 were declared. Number 1, Sharp Skirt, ran 46 and 3/5 for this short sprint on the 6th of December. We'll have to duplicate that to win here. Number 2, Hologram Shadow, one of the winningest horse at Caymanas Park, who seemingly nearing going on the other side of the apex of life at present. Number 3, 7-11, capable, is physically fit. The tote will give you some market signals how focused this one will be. Number 4, Dad's Luck, looking very good since last race, and at this light handicap could show he is much better than these. Really impressed me in how he looks recently. Number 5, Ron's Catlia, chain stable since last race to Gary Sobrati. Number 8 rather, Union 4, possible that he could get a low exotic spot. Number 9, Hail Mary, is unpredictable. Number 13, Just Trick Me. Last win was over this exact distance with 57 kilos and Dane Nelson in a time of 47 flat. 52 kilos now, could be long gone in this race. I just don't like him though. I don't know, I just don't like this horse. I don't think he's physically well, but as I say, on many occasions, I'm not Moses. Number 13, Kimberly Gold, could be considered for a middle order finish. My selection though, number 4, Dad's Luck, from number 8, Union 4, number 13, Kimberly Gold, number 1, Short Skirt, number 12, Just Trick Me, who is the fastest horse in this race, and if physically right, he has a good chance of winning. Race 7 is an optional claiming race, 450,000 for thrills and up, and native bred 5-year-olds and up who've never won 3 races in their career. This race is named in honor of the 1000 winner, Hooray of Hope, trained by Wayne Acosta, owned by Dr. Barnett rather. We have 9 declared for this one, and they will be going 1100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. Number 1, Adoring Lady, gets first time cheek pieces on. Could help her, even though there are a few fitter than her in this race presently. Number 2, Belligerent King, surprised at last with a 3rd place finish at 87-1. Surely will be more focused this time around. Number 5, KJ Express, was claimed, but an issue made it void. Oh, happy goes the lucky. Things happen for some people. What can be said except when I saw Dick Cardenas cantering this horse yesterday, he looked okay to me, and he should be able to score again. Number 6, Super Bold, super fit, and attempting to make it 4 wins in a row. They are claimers, so they all have issues. So let's see if he can use the momentum he has presently to score another win for owner trainer Richard Todd. Number 7, Balazzo, frequent racer who was claimed and last by trainer Dennis Lee. He does well with new recruits and places this one up in claim with a feather to tote. I have to see this one win. Number 8, Locomotive, has speed to contend with, but is paper light. Number 9, Capone, drops to this lower target after that pipe opener a month ago. 57 kilos though, with inside speed, could be asking a bit too much for a win. Number 5, that's KJ Express, my selection. From number 2, Belligerent King. Number 6, Super Bowl. Number 1, Adoring Lady. Number 8, Locomotive. I go for a short break. I need pure water. A pure water we drink. It rehydrates you. It's great. If you don't see it, ask for it. The next time you go, it's not there, demand it. Remember, you're the consumer, and I want you to enjoy pure pride. Welcome back to Open Gate Show. Race 8. It's an optional claiming race, 300 to 350,000 for thrills and up. as well as 5-year-old native bred 5 years and up who've never won 2 races in their career. This race is named in honor of the 1980 1,000 guineas winner, Button Up, trained by Paul Newman, owned by Turnbull Farms, and was ridden in this race then by the great Winston Griffiths. 1,820 meters or 925 yards, 11 starters. Number 1, Rising Bob, Unpredictable, Ron Gelding, whose last visit at this distance was okay. Could figure well in the suspected field. Number 6, MS Pet, coming further to down the claiming ladder and stretching out around 2 curves. I'm always suspicious when a trainer with less than 5 horses drops a horse down this low in claim. But needing a win makes one do the necessary. I'm only saying that, okay? Well, we'll know tomorrow at approximately 4 p.m. Number 7, Friendly Neighbor, another that is unpredictable, but that exercise workout last Saturday, 7 furlongs in 135 and 2/5 easy. Looks to be exposing she may want to be alone taking pictures in the Willis enclosure tomorrow. Number 8, Musketoon. Well, this one, it's quite a while this horse has not ventured around 2 turns. Recently claimed by Stephen Todd, who does very well with these types. Number 9, Radical, ran 31 lengths last a month ago over a route he just ran well for the hot barn of Johnny Wilmot. Claimed from that race by Joseph Thomas. Radical's last 5 starts were out the straight, and now he's going not 1 turn but 2 and gets Omar Walker. Anything can happen these days, so let's see. Number 10, Desriana, may get a low exotic spot on the board if ridden carefully. Number 11, Stall Walking Girl, should run on for a high placing. My selection, number 7, Friendly Neighbor, from number 11, Stall Walking Girl, number 8, Musketoon, number 6, Emma's Pet, number 10, Desriana. 9th race, made the condition race, Native Bred Triol, Section 2. This race is named in honor of the 1986 1,000 guineas winner, Listener, small filly, owned by the Wonderland Syndicate, trained by Vinnie Edwards, was written by the great Andrew Ramjeet. 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs, 14 were declared. Number 1, Raindrops, has early speed, but that's all for the time being. Number 2, Gorgeous Gift. For some gifts to be gorgeous, it's best to be a surprise. Number 4, Lady Bastapur, showed value on debut, and even though looking much better since that last race and getting the cheap pieces, can only fill an exotic spot. Not necessarily too low though. You know, if you're buying a high 5, you could put her at least, well, you could put her 4th as well as 5th. Number 5, China Express, showed early speed in that 45 flat first 4 furlong split on debut, holding 2nd place to the out of class horse Weekend Jazz. Goes on the curve with Dane Nelson. He rode her on debut 2 weeks ago. Number 6, Puskas, surprised me how quickly he improved within 2 weeks. Looked like he will improve further, and on that basis, looks good here. But now getting the tongue tie on. I noticed this horse, he opens his mouth a bit wide when I saw him in the mornings. And I was thinking that when next in town, I'd see the figure 8. But instead, it's the tongue tie. Trainer Spencer Chung, he has scored a lot of good victories, and he's a very good trainer. Surely he knows best. Number 8, Cold Pursuit, ran last week, again flopped. This time running is worse yet. Gets back blinkers, of which he raced once in. Did well in that, seeing he needed and he needed more assistance as female apprentice Abigail Abel was aboard. When the Costa has many cards to use when he wants to. Number 8, Cold Pursuit, could be in the top 4. Number 9, Casual Affair, a debutant by Casual Chick out of Midnight in Paris by Outflanker. Born the 21st of April, a Bay Colt, owned by Elizabeth Acosta, wife of trainer Wayne Acosta, bred by Orange Valley Estates Limited and groomed by Shaquille Skeen. Will need a few to be more focused. Number 10, Born Diplomat, rides the curve this time, could earn a low exotic placing. Number 11, Ajita, seems to have needed that run 3 weeks ago. She'll be in the top 3 and could even win. But I'm taking number 6, Puska, from number 11, Ajita, from number 8, Cold Pursuit, number 5, China Express, number 4, that's Lady Bastipur, number 10, Born Diplomat. The race that we are all waiting on, the penultimate race, and it's the 46th running of the Jamaica 1000 Guineas. It's a grade 1 race for native retrieval fillies. They go 1 mile or 1,600 meters. 14 horses were declared. I must remind fans and punters, no apprentice claim will be allotted. Number 5, Basilicus, will be on the headlines for a while. Number 6, Versatile Vision, if prompting the pace if prompting place too close, will falter. If held up, could find a place on the board. Shane Ellis, he wins a lot of classic races. Number 7, Sense City, broker made this trip and could run on for an exotic spot. Number 8, Fantastic Feeling. Well, I don't give much consideration. Number 9, Another Prosecutor, has speed, but that will be short-lived in this race. Number 10, Speechless, could surprise with an exotic spot on the board. Number 11, Another Fair, vastly improved since that COVID resumption run. Facing number 14, Above and Beyond, for the first time. What a weekend for good racing. Let the classic begins. Number 13, Sensational Satin, improving filly, who is coming who should be coming off the pace, and I'm expecting her to hit the board. Number 14, Above and Beyond, has to perform above and beyond that last run. Lots of talk why she ran that way 3 weeks ago. I viewed her carefully each time she comes to exercise in the morning, and I noticed something negative, and it's on and off, not always. But yesterday, Wednesday, and this morning, she looked fabulous. Could be the one to beat if you are talking the splits and final time that she ran. And approximately 5:25 p.m. tomorrow, let's see which filly needs another affair in the Oaks Classic later down this season. For me, I will have to take number 11, Another Affair, from number 14, Above and Beyond. Of course, Above and Beyond can win. Number 13, Sensational for third. Number 10, Speeches for fourth. Number 6, Versatile Vision for to fight out 5th and 6th place with stablemate number 7, San City. Final race, restricted 2, native-bred trios who have never won 2 races, and as well as imported trios who have never won a race. This race is named in honor of Baglanda, 1975 1000 Guineas winner, owned by Terry Caldwell, trained by W.H.N. Jr., ridden by the great George Osang. 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. 13 declared. Number 1, Alexis Lodge, looked improved since that last run, which wasn't much, but I didn't expect her to do much. Anyway, but to win this one, we'll have to wait. Can factor, however, in your high five. Number, where am I? Number 7? No, number 5. Where am I going? I'm going too fast. Number 5, Laban. Nice horse who I think has many races to win. Another who has improved since his last race. But how much he has improved is left to be seen. Well, I should say this stallion, Sensational Slam, really is doing very well. So far, he has got She's a Manita, of which we expect that foal to be next season, as well as I Am the One. Let's wish Connections all the best, that nothing goes awry with these offsprings next season. Number 6, Fearless Champion, makes his seasonal debut, working very well. Ran against the top 2-year-olds last season and performed very well. Should better these, even though coming off an 8-month sojourn. But something this morning, I don't know if he stepped on something or he ain't right. But when he came off the curve and changed his legs to be on the right lead, it didn't look smooth to me. So I don't know what happened, what's the cause, but sometimes you see too much and it goes against you, and sometimes it goes the right way. But we'll see. Number 8, Chitu Prince gets first-time Lasix. Number 10, Weekends of Bread for Raw Speed by Door to Goal out of Kipling. Weekend by Kipling. All Kipling horse. That's the U.S. stallion. They are flyers. This weekend, Jazz won very easily. 5 furlong straight in debut, 5 furlong straight in 58 and 2/5. 2 weeks ago, that is. Looked even better since that win. And Weekend Jazz surely gonna help to make this weekend a Jazzy classic. Number 11, Silent Seeker, will be on the lead, trying to unsettle number 10, Weekend Jazz. Can she? If she does, for what purpose? Well, maybe it's one of Wayne DaCosta's other horse. Number 12, Danny Spud, has worked well since last race. Could find a place on the board. Number 13, DJ's Boy, sneakily looking good at exercise. Can be considered for at least a mid-order placing. Number 6, though, Fearless Champion, tentatively. From number 10, Weekend Jazz. Number 13, DJ's Boy. Number 12, Danny Spud. Number 5, Laban. Well, my best 5. Oh, brother. I think 3 weeks ago, my best 5, they all won. Super Bowl was in that at good odds. All right, let's go for it. Third race, number 2, Big Daddy. Fourth race, number 6, Inspired Miracle. Sixth race, number 4, Dad's Luck. Seventh race, number 5, KJ Express. Ninth race, number 6, Pushkas. I wish you all the best of luck. Join me tomorrow afternoon at 7 p.m. when I will analyze Sunday's race card with the huge clash between the Gary Sobrati trained, Micro's own, Robert Halladine will be riding Wow against Team Passard, Mahogany, and Dane Dawkins. What a race. 2 good horses. Well, we'll see what will happen. Remember to go to the YouTube link, Open Gates, OPN Gate, Collin Blair, Open Gate Collin Blair. And please forward to all you know that loves to listen to horse racing. All the best. Let's hope the inclement weather subside, because this weekend promises to be the best 2-race meet in a long while. Take care. Good luck.